Welcome back, everyone, to the Real Talk Podcast. I'm your host, Liam Crowley. This is episode 6, and on today's show, we got a bunch of topics from the new Black Panther trailer, new Mutants trailer. We got the weekend box office as usual. We also have a review for the hit movie V for Vendetta, and of course, as always, joining me on today's show is Mike Gillis. Mike, what's going on?
What's up, guys? Nothing much, Liam. Of course, we have the long rehearsal schedule. But this is a great break from that.
Yeah, it's been a busy week, busy couple of past weeks. But I love coming back to talk movies. It's one of our passions, obviously. That's why we do it in the first place. And so, yeah, I'm excited for today's show.
Me too.
All right, awesome. So we're going to get right into it. Always, starting off with our weekend box office update. So over the past weekend, we're going to go through the top 5. Coming in at number 1 is Happy Death Day, making $26.03 million. It's its first weekend, and it's on a budget of $4.8 million.
I'm not surprised that's making money. It's close to Halloween. A lot of the kids are going to come out and see that. For
sure, and I will say the marketing is pretty good for it. I've seen a lot of advertisements, whether it be TV spots, YouTube clips, stuff like that.
And the reviews weren't half bad.
Yeah, people are liking it, and it's a good concept nonetheless.
Copies from Groundhog Day a bit, though.
For sure. All right, we're just going to round out the top 5, and then we'll give our individual thoughts on what's left. We got number 2, Blade Runner 2049, making $15.5 million. We got some stuff to say about that. Number 3, The Foreigner, making $13.1 million. Number 4 is It, making $6.05 million. And number 5, rounding out the top 5, is The Mountain Between Us, making $5.75 million. All right, Mike, what are your initial thoughts on the box office top 5?
It seems about right for what's coming out the last weekend, I guess, for the week.
Sure.
Blade Runner's number 2, and that's not good. It should still be number 1.
Yeah.
It's gonna fall. It's just, the audience for it isn't out there.
Yeah, it's tough. It really is.
We've said before, studios might not take old ideas and try to make sequels out of them anymore. They might just reboot them to just this is a new story, because I do think having the movie be a sequel is what is making people not see it.
It's very frustrating. We're going to make a promise right now. We are seeing Blade Runner this weekend, 2049. We've just been very busy the past few weeks, so that's why we haven't been able to get to it. But we are seeing it this weekend, and we will have a Blade Runner 2049 review with a spoilers section, of course, but we will do a non-spoilers next week. So next episode, we will review Blade Runner 2049. I know I've been stressing to all of you that this is a priority film. You got to go out and see it. I sound like a bit of a hypocrite myself, not having seen it yet, but I'm making sure to go out and see it this weekend, as should you. Other thoughts on the top 5, I would say, of course, we seem to talk about it every week, but honestly, coming in at number 4, it's been in theaters for over a month now, right?
Over a month.
Dropping 39.3%, which is not as steep as you would think, especially when
Blade Runner is presented ready.
Yeah, when it's coming out. Probably towards the end of its run, honestly. It probably will be in theaters until Halloween. I can't see it staying past November. Yeah. But just to give a comparison, Blade Runner, it's his second weekend.
It's its second weekend.
And it's already dropped 52.7%. That is astronomical. That is bad.
It's really bad.
And just to give my overall thoughts, one thing I noticed, I've been kind of doing my research on Blade Runner 2049 because I did want to know why it dropped off so significantly, and also why it didn't make that much money in the first place on, I think it's around a $150 million budget. Yeah. And when you go back through the trailers and the marketing, you cannot really say what this movie's about. And so that's where it gets tough because I still haven't seen it, so I don't know what it's about, and I haven't looked at any spoilers whatsoever because I want to go in with a fresh set of eyes. But not every person is like Mike or I, where we want to go in completely blind and we want to be fascinated by whatever they put in front of us. The general movie-going audience needs to know something going into it, and so
they relied too heavily on people seeing the original.
Yeah, and you get the nostalgia of Harrison Ford's character walking up, but you're trying to also get a new audience. So a lot of people aren't going to be blown away. Oh my God, it's Deckard, he's back, and not a lot of people are going to get that.
He's been gone since the 80s.
Exactly. So that's where I think the movie fell, because I think if they went with the concept of this movie, whatever it may be, because I still don't know, and I want to stay away from it, because anything that wasn't in marketing, I want to stay away from. But the idea that they're not going forward and being all right, this is what the movie's about, this is why you should see it, they're kind of just we trust us, it's going to be good, and that's where I think
not enough for people these days.
Yeah, I think that's where they lost a lot of people. Other thoughts on the top 5, no longer in the top 5. I don't think it was last week. What American Made with Tom Cruise?
I think it was.
Was it?
Well, it might have been number 6 or
number 5 or number
there.
6, something around there. But point is, it's gotten good reviews. I think more people should have seen it compared to movies like The Mountain Between Us. I don't have much to say about that.
Or The Foreigner. I mean, that's Jackie Chan, so his name will bring in people for the stunts and stuff, which I'm sure are amazing. His stunts are always great.
Sure. Yeah. So honestly, top 5, nothing really surprising considering how bad Blade Runner did opening weekend. No one really expected it to stay at number 1, especially with all the marketing around Happy Death Day. I would say good for that movie because on a budget of $4.8 million, they've I don't know whatever the word for 5 times is. I know doubled, tripled, but I don't know whatever 5 is. But they made 5 times back the budget in opening weekend, which is amazing. I'm sure it cost a lot more money in terms of marketing because it was a marketing machine.
Yeah,
I feel like every 5 seconds I'm on YouTube, I hear
an ad for Happy Death
Day. Shot it's your birthday. It's like I get it. I've seen that mask with it's like a baby with bunny teeth. I've seen that so many times.
It's like it's such a cliche riddled movie, but that's what moviegoers love. They love a good cliche.
Yeah, and also it's a simple enough movie where it's like that's an example. That's where Blade Runner falls off. It's weird to compare these two movies because you have one which is basically a horror / comedy, one which is basically a drama / thriller. But Happy Death Day, in a 15-second YouTube ad, I know exactly what it's about.
Yeah.
Blade Runner 2049, it takes place in the future. Jared Leto has gray eyes. Ryan Gosling, I can't tell you much about it, but Happy Death Day, 15 seconds, I know, alright, this person's reliving the same day over and over again, it's her birthday, and she always gets killed, she has to figure out who the killer is, boom, done, simple. Blade Runner 2049, you need to make it less abstract and give at least one detail to get butts in seats.
The detail is that it's the sequel to the original Blade Runner.
Yeah, that's where they lose people, honestly. So yeah, that'll do it for our weekend box office. Like I said, we'll be seeing Blade Runner 2049 this weekend, so we will get a review out to you all next week, and you should too. Go out and see Blade Runner.
Go out and see it.
Please, we want to support this movie. Alright, for our first news topic, there was a new Black Panther trailer, and we're actually going to watch it right now, like we did last week with the trailers, just to give our general thoughts. It's a quick trailer, only about 2 minutes, but we will get you our thoughts right after watching it. So here is the Black Panther official trailer.
I have seen gods fly. I've seen men build weapons that I couldn't even imagine.
Love that shot.
Yeah. I've seen aliens drop from the sky.
Wakanda's gonna look really cool.
It looks amazing so far, yeah.
Like this. How much more are you hiding?
Yep, there's a little music thing. I always do that.
My son, it is your time.
Show me my respect and bow down.
You get to decide what kind of king you are going to be. Don't freeze.
The 2 different Black Panther suits. Amazing shot there.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. That's cool. It looks like the Lion King.
Yeah, it's an amazing shot with the colors in the sky.
Yeah.
I waited my entire life for this. The world's gonna stop.
There's Andy Serkis. Big fan.
Burn it all. What happens now? Determines what happens
Ooh.
the rest of the world.
Familiar shot, but still very impressive.
So impressive. The car flipping. This is cool.
Part of his hand made a sound. Love the title sequence as well.
That's really cool.
It's a very minor thing to say, but the title is just
like the
amazing.
claws.
So I honestly could not be more excited for this movie until obviously the next trailer when I believe they're going to show Andy Serkis's hand.
Yeah, cool, yeah.
But yeah, no, this movie this trailer heightened my excitement so much. While the first one was more abstract and you didn't really know what it was about. You don't get a complete thought, but you do kind of get the general gist.
You see the characters, you see what's going on.
Yeah, you know that it's going to be about T'Challa's internal struggle with what kind of king he's going to be. And then we also have the threat of Killmonger, played by Michael B. Jordan, coped with Andy Serkis's Ulysses Claw. So we have a lot of conflicts there. This movie, if I had to give one adjective to describe this trailer, it's slick.
Yeah,
it's just very...
That. Even the shots,
the shots are just so pure. When he drops out of the plane, I'm kind of at a loss for words except to say slick, because
it is.
It's just very smooth with its transitions, and everything about the trailer was very precise, and nothing was... While, yes, it was a very grand scope and it showed a lot of new stuff, there was nothing where I felt like too taken aback by it. I felt a lot of it was still grounded in reality.
The CGI looked great too. Like some Justice League trailers had some questionable CGI, but everything looks perfect here. It looks really good. Yeah,
and I'm just gonna call up the poster right now because
the poster's also
very impressed with the poster.
The trailers also, it makes me happy that the MCU is doing new stuff.
Yeah,
because they were, they're getting a bit stale, and now they're pushing it because they always need to do something new.
Yeah,
that's why they're good.
I really enjoy that they're taking a new way with these movies. Yeah, new approach, because like you said, a lot of them are the classic.
Yeah. Been doing this since 2008.
Yeah, so. Faceless army, beam shoots up in the sky, everyone comes together. What I like about this movie is it's one of, unless they have the Winter Soldier in it, which honestly I think they will at some point.
End,
but this is one of the few solo movies we have in the MCU, because everything, even the solo movies nowadays, like Thor Ragnarok, has Hulk in it. They always seem to rely on multiple characters. This is why I like to just focus on Black Panther, because a big drive of this movie seems to be, what kind of king are you going to be, you personally, not what other people around you want you to do. So that's why I really like the message this trailer is going for, and it gets me excited for the movie. Just going off the poster real quick, I was very impressed with it, because it's not your generic with a city and everything. It's very
like an action shot.
Yeah, it's very...
Star Wars
it captures what the movie is and what Wakanda is supposed to be with. It's very tribal in its design, but also very futuristic.
Which Wakanda is.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why I think it really encaptures what they're trying to go for with this idea of embracing the past while also embracing the future. And I really like that.
It's symmetrical.
Yeah, the tagline seems to be "Long live the king," but one thing I really liked from the trailer was the line they kept repeating is, "The revolution will not be televised." There's something about that. I don't know what it means. I'm not going to lie. But it sounds very intriguing, and maybe that's a mantra of Killmonger, and he's talking about how this revolution of his is going to be within, or I don't know much, but I'm very excited for what this movie is going to bring.
Yeah, same here. I'm happy to see Andy Serkis and more, because I really like Andy Serkis as an actor. I think he's
when he's not in CGI.
Yeah, both. I mean, he's an amazing actor in the CGI.
But it's nice to see him.
It's nice to see him come out of the CGI.
He's almost like a completely different actor, because we don't really see him often like that. So obviously, Black Panther comes out on February 16th, 2018. It stars Chadwick Boseman, Michael B. Jordan, Andy Serkis, and Lupita Nyong'o. I don't know if I'm saying that completely correct. I do know she was in Star Wars, though, so I do have to give her some respect there. And it's directed by Ryan Coogler. All right, on to our next topic. We have an official title for the Han Solo movie, and it's titled Solo, a Star Wars story. Yeah, if you're looking for a big puff piece here, you're looking in the wrong place, because there's I don't know what to say. It's titled Solo. It's not,
they don't need a name. It doesn't need it.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting much, but the idea that Ron Howard had the card and he was like, "Oh, and we're finally going to tell you the name. It's Solo." It's like, "Oh my God. Thank God you kept that secret from us for so long, because we would have ruined the movie." No.